John, talk about that defensive performance. Probably one of the most complete of the year.
Yeah, I think, like you just said, it's the most complete of the year. We've had some really good halves throughout the season. I feel like overall, a lot of young guys stepped up at the end. That was cool to see. I feel like that was a good point to build off of, too, for next week.
Seems like week after week you guys have played against teams who basically play two quarterbacks throughout the entire game. Are you guys tired of that? But also, what does that say about this defense to be able to, run across the field time after time against two different quarterbacks?
Yeah, we definitely have to do our assignment more. Like you said, it's two quarterbacks, so we got to go off that. We're just, whoever's on the field, there's 11 players at the field, so we're just going against whoever we're going against, and we're going to take care of itself.
John, you guys had obviously to really go into your guys' depth in the DB core. Some of the freshmen really stepping up today. How have you seen some of the young DB core just kind of growing right in front of your eyes and seeing them perform tonight?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Throughout camp, we've seen a lot of those guys play. We knew they could play. Obviously, injuries happen, next man up, and they just continue balling out. It's fun to watch.
Did you guys change anything specifically during the week heading into Stanford to help out your defense?
No, just continue to do what Coach Bray says. He's got a great scheme. Continue to build on our fundamentals and just go off of that.
John, just talk a little bit about how important this game was for you guys to kind of fine-tune, so to speak, ahead of two very important matchups you guys got to close out the regular season.
Right. Yeah, we got to, at the end of the day, this was our next game, so it's the most important one. But just continue to fine-tune that. It was great to see a full, complete game. I don't think we've had a really dominating win like that in a long time, so that was great to see, and it's leading into another great team coming up.
John, the ESPN has announced that they're going to go to James Madison next week for the game day. Have you guys talked about that yet, and what are your thoughts?
Nah, we haven't talked about it. It's disappointing, but at the end of the day, it's another game. That's just outside noise to us. We got to focus on what we got to do. It's a top 10 ranked game, so it's going to be awesome, and we're just going to go out there and play our game.
And speaking of that, how do you feel about the Husky game here at Research?
It's going to be unbelievable. I know the atmosphere of Beaver Nation is going to be behind us. It's going to be awesome.
I know you've talked about the two quarterback things a little bit, but they're somewhat unique in that they'll roll both of them out on the field at the same time. What are you guys watching for when they're both out there?
We're just looking at different tendencies that they have, whether they're more of a run, when there's two trick plays. We just continue to build off of that and just watch film and see what they do, see what their tendencies are.
Just curious, it was Hall of Fame week. Did you hear from any of the Beaver greats that were in town, Steven Jackson or Mike Hass?
Yeah, so it was awesome. They came in actually at our team meeting yesterday. All four of them talked to us. It was just great seeing all those guys again. Obviously, Coach Riley was here when he was actually one of the first people I talked to when I came here. So it was great seeing him again and all the other guys.
John, you guys have had some difficulty kind of holding out opponents in the second and fourth quarter. What did you guys learn from that Colorado game that kind of you think allowed you guys to be so much more dominant through all four phases of tonight's game?
I think just don't let up. You saw we continued to apply pressure at the end there. Even when the young guys came in, it was next man up. Like, we didn't care who was in front of us. We were going to go in the one-on-one. So I think that's just how we have to continue to have our mentality, continue to build off of.
Sort of looking forward, how big is it to have a game like this? Like you said, play those complete fourth quarters, setting up for that next big matchup.
Oh yeah, it's huge. It sets the tone. We know what we can do. We just put it out there. That's our standard from here on out. So that's what we got to do.